Hey guys, Harry Thomas here, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my top three, not top five this year, most disappointing movies from summer 2023. And uh, even though I can't do a top five this year, as this summer for movies was so freaking awesome and full to capacity that there there were barely any disappointments. There were only three that I could narrow it down to. But these three are still disappointments, to say the least. I mean, not that these three are necessarily, you know, uh, pieces of manure or anything. It's just they weren't you know, uh, the crown and jewels of summer 2023 that they could have been. Uh, Without further ado, if you want to know my personal top three most disappointing movies of summer 2023, then just keep watching. At number three, yeah, one that some will disagree with me on, I know, but Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. I am not crapping on this movie or anything. I still did have enjoyment with it, and it is leagues better than that thing from the 2000s with Jeremy Irons, whatever that was. But it looks like we've still yet to have a perfect Dungeons and Dragons movie. I mean, while the cast and the team do have impeccable chemistry as a fantasy warrior team from Chris Pine to Michelle Rodriguez from Fast and Furious and Justice Smith and even the girl who can shapeshift. And the comedy wasn't half bad either. The awakening body scene being the funniest part of the entire movie. But what brought this movie down was its writing and its handling of the climax and the villains. And plus, there's barely any dragons in a movie titled Dungeons and Dragons. All we get is a bloody fat dragon in the cave sequence. That Hugh Grant's villain was ridiculously goofy, and that and the third actor just refused to end. At number two, Fast X. Yes, we are now at the 10th installment in the Fast and Furious franchise, with the 11th, I'm guessing, is the finale. And this is by no means the worst Fast and Furious installment. It's uh, uh, terrific that we get Captain Marvel and Aquaman in the same movie together. Yeah, Jason Momoa as the villain. I mean, uh, you've gotta love him and Brie Larson's scene, bitch, she had being the only great part of the movie because Brie is freaking amazing at anything she does, and she's going to slay in her reprising her role as Captain Marvel in the Marvels. But other than that, there is no other recommendations I can give for this movie. It is, sure, it's toning down the dumbness of a Fast Nine, but it still does nothing new to reinvent the franchise and the uh, and the cliffhanger, well, honestly did not get me on the hype train for the final installments, as even though these movies are supposed to be about family, all they come off are movies about cars doing battle. And my number one biggest disappointment of summer 2023, oh boy, you're all gonna want to see me behind bars for this, but Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, or Mission Impossible 7 for short. This was one of my least anticipated movies of the entire year, as you all know how little I care for the Mission Impossible franchise. And I mean, Rogue Nation never won me over. Fallout did literally nothing for me. splitting the final Mission Impossible into two parts, is that necessary? Do I don't so I don't give a fuck about Dead Reckoning Part 2 after seeing this movie. Even with the strong performances by Hayley Atwell, Vanessa Kirby, Rebecca Ferguson, and Simon Pegg being the saving graces of the film, Ethan Hunt is still one of the most overrated movie protagonists of all time. I still stand by my opinion that he's not a character, he's nothing more than a stuntman. And they try and make him more of a character in this one by saying, oh, this mission will threaten the lives of everyone he loves. Like, we haven't seen that before in an action franchise. Yeah, this movie is literally just an ordinary, part one penultimate installment to warm you up for the bigger finales to come. It's no Deathly Hallows Part 1. And to those who were completely and utterly floored by the action spectacle of this movie, I couldn't give a toss about the action. I was bored shitless by it. So even the action scene with Ethan on the motorbike in the forest driving up to the edge of the cliff, I was yawning away. Oh. I mean, you could honestly make a more entertaining Mission Impossible movie with your action figures. Oh, and minus points for getting better reviews than Barbie. Thank heavens Barbie kicked this movie's ass at the box office in the summer box office battle. And who's with me that Barbie has far superior action to all the Mission Impossible movies combined? You know, when Barbie is escaping Mattel, that chase scene is way more iconic than anything in this. So yeah, I'm proud to call Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning the most disappointing movie of summer 2023. Tom Cruise, what happened to you, buddy? I kind of like Top Gun Maverick, but this was a step below. So that was my top three most disappointing movies of summer 2023, and my disappointing list is always my most controversial, so I'm sure I'm going to get the odd hate comments in the comment section for my picks, particularly on my number one pick. Boy, is its fan base going to come after me, but so we can be civil about opinions. Am I right, guys? Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this top three list. And what are your top three or even top five biggest disappointments of summer 2023? If there were at least five movies that underwhelmed you, please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And I'll see you next time when I do my top 10 worst movies of summer 2023. Because, oh boy, were there some abominable dumpster fires to get through this summer. I'll see you then. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.